Hey guys, it's Owen from Wrestling Inc. back with another wrestling news roundup. Without any further ado, let's get into today's biggest stories in the world of professional wrestling. Sting pulled from AEW Double or Nothing FanFest due to injury. Sting won't be in Las Vegas this weekend to meet and greet with fans ahead of AEW's Double or Nothing pay-per-view. AEW announced Wednesday that the Icon, quote, has not been cleared to travel, end quote, and will therefore miss the fan event. AEW also offered refunds to fans who purchased tickets to see Sting. On last week's Dynamite, Sting was on the receiving end of a beatdown at hands of the Undisputed Elite. After taking a double superkick from the Young Bucks, he also had his ankle smashed by Kyle O'Reilly. There's no word yet on the seriousness of Sting's injury and whether last week's injury angle was done to write off the wrestling legend from AEW TV for the time being. At last year's Double or Nothing event, Sting and Darby Allin defeated Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky in a tag team match. It was the Icon's first match in front of a live audience since his bout against Seth Rollins at WWE's Night of Champions event in 2015. The 63-year-old Sting has a 9-0 undefeated record since his AEW debut at the Revolution pay-per-view in March of 2021. All 9 matches were multi-man matches involving the likes of Darby Allin, CM Punk and Sammy Guevara. At this year's Revolution event, Sting, Allin and Guevara defeated Andrade El Idolo, Isaiah Cassidy and Matt Hardy in a 6-person tornado tag. New Japan Pro Wrestling stars invade last night's AEW Dynamite. With New Japan Pro Wrestling and AEW's Forbidden Door approaching, New Japan stars are starting to make their AEW targets known. During last night's AEW Dynamite, FTR was set to defend their Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships against Roppongi Vice. The match was an impressive showcasing for both teams, especially considering the signature maneuvers dished out that were kicked out of nevertheless. As the match seemed to be nearing its end and Vice hit a strong 0 on Harwood, Jeff Cobb and Great-O-Khan from New Japan Pro Wrestling's United Empire stormed the ring and started demolishing everyone in sight. Before the segment ended, Cobb and Great-O-Khan sent both Harwood and Trent through tables on the outside of the ring. They then slid back into the ring and held the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships over their heads, making their intentions known. Cobb made an appearance in AEW before, being Jericho's chosen opponent against Jon Moxley in February of 2020. Despite losing that match, he impressed Tony Khan and other talents in AEW enough that he was reportedly offered a deal of some sort. Other members of the United Empire stable in AEW include Aaron Henare, Francisco Akira, Kyle Fletcher, Mark Davis, TJ Perkins, and Will Ospreay. It will be interesting to see if more members of the faction make their way to AEW programming in the coming weeks. Together, O-Khan and Cobb are former IWGP Tag Team Champions, but they clearly have their sights set on adding to their list of titles earned. CM Punk WWE Pipe Bomb promo referenced on AEW Dynamite. Last night's AEW Dynamite emanating from Las Vegas, the venue of CM Punk's WWE Pipe Bomb in 2011, there was no shortage of references to the iconic promo. During his face-to-face confrontation with AEW World Champion Hangman Page, Punk admitted that the biggest moment of his career happened in Sin City. Quote, "I think it's safe to say that the biggest moment of my career happened right here in Las Vegas," Punk began. "I'm grateful to be in the position I'm in. I love all you fans around the world. I plan to walk into Double or Nothing Sunday and very respectfully walking out the champion," end quote. Page then mentioned how he had fantasized about sitting cross-legged on the ramp and verbally assaulting Punk in the same vein as what CM Punk did to John Cena on the June 27, 2011 episode of Monday Night Raw. Quote, "I said a few weeks ago that I was going to embarrass you, and I did not mean it Double or Nothing," Page said. "I meant right now. I've been waiting for this moment for months. I imagined myself sitting cross-legged at the top of the ramp, and I would pull out a lighter and light a pipe bomb and roll it right down to your feet and watch it blow up all over your face. How good that would have felt. How full circle for you right here in Vegas," end quote. Page then went on to explain why he felt pity for the former WWE champion, which is why he refrained from verbally assaulting Punk in Las Vegas. Page also took a shot at Punk's pro-workers tweet, which was seemingly a plea to the WWE locker room to unite in the face of adversity. AEW star officially earns his way to Double or Nothing match. After years of slow-burning dissension, Wardlow will finally get his hands on MJF at this Sunday's AEW Double or Nothing event. Last night's AEW Dynamite kicked off with a steel cage match between Wardlow and Shawn Spears, with MJF serving as the special guest referee. As noted, Wardlow was required to win the match in order to advance to Double or Nothing and face his former boss, MJF. MJF would find ways to sabotage Wardlow's efforts in the match, including hiding the key that would unlock Wardlow from the handcuffs he wears while entering the arena. Eventually, Wardlow managed to break the handcuffs in two separate pieces using his own brute strength. Despite having an obvious physical advantage over Spears, MJF would give Wardlow slow 3 counts and find various ways to complicate his efforts to win. Wardlow would avoid a chair shot from Spears at one point, which would then cause Spears to whack MJF in the head and knock him unconscious. Referee Bryce Remsburg ran down to the ring in MJF's place, and following his signature powerbomb symphony, Wardlow picked up the victory over Spears. At Double or Nothing, Wardlow and MJF will go one-on-one for the very first time. If Wardlow wins, he will be released from his contract with MJF and will be able to sign with AEW. If MJF wins, Wardlow will be forever banned from signing a contract with All Elite Wrestling. In an interview earlier this week, the rising powerhouse of AEW vowed that he would set a new world record when he gives countless powerbombs to MJF this Sunday. Quote, "There will be a world record set. I'm looking to powerbomb him until I physically cannot anymore." End quote. WWE NXT star Nikkita Lyons diagnosed with partial MCL tear. WWE NXT superstar Nikkita Lyons announced Wednesday that she has a partial tear on her MCL. Quote, "I have a partial tear on my MCL," Lyons revealed via Instagram Live. "It's just a sprain. It could have been worse, but it did refrain me from competing in the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament. So that is why your girl is out, but the comeback is always stronger than the setback. That is one of my favorite quotes because it's true." Lyons confirmed that she doesn't require surgery while expressing optimism about returning to the ring quickly. We noted earlier how Lyons was pulled from her NXT Women's Breakout Tournament semi-final match against Fallon Henley. She was replaced by Tiffany Stratton, who went on to defeat Henley to qualify to the finals of the tournament. Roxanne Perez vs Stratton will be the finals of this year's tournament. A date has not been set as of this recording. So what are your thoughts on today's Wrestling News Roundup? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Be sure to like and subscribe to Wrestling Inc. and I'll speak to you again very, very soon.